Hi, this is Alicia, the hairstylist, and I'm here to give you a few tips on how to properly use the MaxiGlide so you can have the best experience possible. If you follow these tips, you'll be able to have an easy, breezy experience. So I want to give you the heads up. This is going to be a little bit of a longer video, but I promise you, if you pay attention and listen to all the tips, you'll do just fine. So I like to section my hair off in 4 quadrants. I would suggest that you do between 4 to 6 quadrants depending on the length and the thickness and texture of your hair. But either way, whatever suits you, do that. Another key thing is that you definitely want to be organized. You don't want to just dive in and just have your hair like this and just start grabbing pieces. It's going to become really frustrating and you'll end up spending a lot of time and you'll be upset with yourself. Okay, get your MaxiGlides out. I'm gonna teach you how to use it. I got a piece already sectioned out. Remember, you get what you feel is enough depending on your hair texture and thickness. So this is what I decided to go with. Make sure that your MaxiGlide, again, is powered up to the appropriate temperature for your hair texture and type. Make sure that your steam chamber is filled. And let's get started. I'm gonna go in, and remember, these ridges right here, they allow you to get close. As you see, my finger's on it. I wouldn't suggest holding your hand just there for a long time, but the point is, you're not gonna get burnt, so you don't have to worry about your scalp being burnt. So you're gonna get in there as close as possible. Again, remember to stretch the hair out to encourage that smooth look. So we're gonna go in, close it, and then you see I went in like this so I can get close. And then once I close it, I'm going to then bring the flat iron down. And I'm gonna use this hand right here as a guide. I'm not squeezing, so remember, don't squeeze. Then I'm gonna use this steam button. Remember, we're at the mid shaft right now. And you see how I'm touching this? Again, those ridges are allowing me to not burn my fingers while I guide. And then when you get down to the ends, you want to go a little bit slower because the ends is where you really need the maximum hydration. And then voila, there you go. If you're having a lot of difficulties at the very end of your hair, don't be afraid to get a trim because we all know good hair means healthy hair. Let's talk about another thing. If you feel like your hair is very dry, what you want to do is, again, hydrate from mid shaft to the ends. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to press the steam button, again, very lightly, just for an example. That's it. Do not hold it down for a very long time. Again, not going to steam near my scalp. I'm going to go down, find my mid shaft area, and then I'm going to press that steam button, and then I'm just going to let the steam come out over the hair without closing the flat iron down. What that steaming just did was basically, it's a pre-steam. So we're basically softening the hair and getting it ready and getting the hydration put back in before we actually go over it with full heat. Again, go in, make sure you're getting that root. Close it, then go straight down. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. I like what I see. Again, if you see what I'm doing, I'm going in and you see how I pulled the hair down onto the pins and then closed it down. So I'm here with it. Then I'm going to just twist my wrists like that. That's all you have to do. And then you have it locked in there and you just pull it from the back of the flat iron and let it do all the work. Hydration. And don't be afraid of it. You know, like right now, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's steam coming out and it kind of makes like a sound. Don't be afraid, don't jump. Nothing's gonna happen. Okay, I like what I see. Another thing, again, if you have the MaxiGlide, you can get in here and get those edges afterwards. Now, I have something else, my little secret weapon. It's like the twin to the MaxiGlide. It's the MiniGlide. It's like a smaller version of the MaxiGlide. The only difference is that this one doesn't have the steam, but it does have the pins, but the pins do not retract. But that's okay, because again, it doesn't need the steam next to your scalp, and it doesn't need to retract because we want as much tension as possible on these little tiny, tight, curly hairs around the hairline. Same concept. I'm gonna put my hair down on top of the pins, close it up. Silky, silky, silky. I'm a hairstylist. I have a busy lifestyle, so I sweat. And sometimes these little curly cues come back up. So instead of pulling out the MaxiGlide all the time, which I could, I can just do a little touch up, because usually my hair stays straight with the MaxiGlide, but the hair around the edges, because it's so short and I perspire, it kind of curls up faster than any other parts of my hair. So again, I'll just, instead of pulling out the MaxiGlide, I'll leave her for another day, and I just get in real quick before I'm going to work, boom. Or while I get there and I have like time between a client, I'll just pull it out and just kind of get those little guys around the edges. Boom, boom, boom. I'm ready for my next client. Hi, how you doing? And nobody knows. So just keep this in mind. The MaxiGlide and the MiniGlide. This is the big sister, this is the little sister. But they're awesome together, or you can use the MaxiGlide without. Either way, it's just a nice little tool to have. If you have any other questions or anything that I did not answer or cover, you can always just comment below, put in your question, and someone will get right back to you. So I'm gonna finish, but I also want you to continue doing what you're doing. So continue section out, and let's see what yours turns out like. If you continue with the tips that I've given you, I promise that you'll have success with using the MaxiGlide. And again, the key points are: don't squeeze too hard, and hydrate the hair. For some of you, pre-hydrate the hair. Hydrate from mid-shaft down to the ends, and make sure to guide with one of your hands, just like that. You know what? It's easy. If you just follow these tips, you too can end up with good results like me.